What's up, gamers? It's Nightwing here, bringing you my next review, which is the revolutionary Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo 64. Alright, the story for this game. It's a peaceful day in the Mushroom Kingdom, and Princess Peach has sent an invitation to Mario to come to the castle and have cake, relax, party, do whatever plumbers do, maybe fix some pipes. Anyway, Mario arrives at the castle. He enters in the castle to find Peach, but no, he finds out that Peach has been captured yet again, and it's up to Mario to save her. Concept for this game. Well, instead of following a predestined path that Mario had to follow in previous Mario games, once you collect a few star pieces, you are able to explore the castle in its entirety. And it's not very hard to find these different star pieces, so that's a pretty cool concept in itself. Also, the castle is a great concept because it acts as a portal between these 15 different worlds, and Mario can explore them in full roaming 3D. The paintings themselves act as the portal to the different worlds, which is a very cool concept, and the developers and the designers who worked on this game, that's a very, very cool concept that has been used a lot in the Mario platform games since then, but it's been kind of changed since Sunshine and Galaxy. And Galaxy has actually taken this formula and reformatted it in ways that no one would have imagined possible. But I'll get onto that in the Galaxy review later on, without being limited to like a predestined path. Now, the concept also is to fight Bowser and to collect these star pieces that you use to progress through the game. Controls for this game. Alrighty then. Now, the controls for this game are actually pretty flawless. What Nintendo has added new to this series is Mario's triple jump, and that's simply done while running, pushing the A button 3 times. You have a dive, which is done by the B button, your punches are also done with the B, and you have a side jump by tilting the controller and hitting the A button. You also have something new to the Mario series, is called the wall jump. Basically what you do is you run toward the wall, hit the A button, and then move the control stick away from it. Another new move that Mario has is called the butt stomp. Jump an A and push the Z button, or the butt smash, or the smasher, stomper, thumper, whatever you want to call it. In order to use the camera to set it behind you, just push the R button and it makes it easier to cross certain obstacles. The camera control is done by using the C buttons, the left, right, up, down, in whichever direction you want to use them, which is very cool. To swim, all you do is you push the A button, very similar to other Mario games, and if you hold it in, Mario will kind of lightly swim. Now, once you're in flight, all you do is you tilt the control stick up and down, left or right to move Mario. You don't have to hold any buttons. Designed for this game. Well, first let me just explain that this is very difficult for me to talk about because there's so much compacted into this game that probably most people didn't even notice when they were first playing it. I first played this game in 1996, and I'll tell you, on my mind, I didn't have how the game was designed or the amount of detail that was thrown in this game. I was just thinking, this game's a lot of fun to play. Mario's in 3D, I can go wherever I want, and this is just a lot of fun to play. I wasn't really paying attention to everything that Miyamoto and his team threw into this game. And there is so much of it that, again, many people have probably missed. Another thing I want to say is that this game has aged incredibly well for being 10 years old. And just replaying it recently and seeing all the detail, like the bubble effects and the ripple effects when you're underneath the water, to the actual Bowser maze levels, the predestined ones where you go and each level designed for Bowser is completely different than what was originally thought out. What about the actual detail of the pathways that you're walking, or the lava and the fire effects when you're in the lava levels? The granite detail, the wall detail, everything is detailed in this game, and it's not just looking like a stupid palette. It's actually well, intricately designed. The clock level, for instance, everything has a detail, everything has a design, everything has an intricate way that it looks. What about the Rainbow Road? Look at the cloud detail. That was copied and used in so many games after this. Everything about this game just makes it one of the best games of all time. Not in just the way it's detailed, but the actual design of this game was not done in any other game
previous to this. It really wasn't. And replaying the game as an adult, I got to see so much of what the designers and the artists were trying to portray back in '96 that I bet a lot of people missed out on. Alright, the history for this game. Mario 64 is considered to be one of the revolutionary, if not best, video games of all time. But did you know that Shigeru Miyamoto got the idea for a 3D Mario game back while working on his Star Fox game 5 years earlier? Miyamoto had intended to use the Super Nintendo Entertainment System for a 3D Mario game, utilizing the Super FX technology to make his 3D Mario game a reality. But instead, he moved the project over to the Ultra 64, where he could make better use of the camera and analog control ideas that he had envisioned and wanted to implement. Although Square did use some of the ideas that Miyamoto came up with for Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, and playing that game, you can kind of see what Miyamoto's vision would have looked like for the Super Nintendo. Mario 64 was in development alongside Miyamoto's other project, Zelda 64, which used a lot of his ideas from Zelda 64 into the designs of Mario 64's levels. Later he would go and completely revamp Zelda 64 to Ocarina of Time. Mario 64 has sold over 12 million copies on the Nintendo 64 alone by the summer of 1997. It is widely considered the 7th best-selling video game in the United States of America. Mario 64 has also gone to be a remake for the Nintendo DS as a launch title, where it brought together characters Mario, Yoshi, Luigi, and Wario as playable. It was also re-released on the Wii and has sold 6 million on the Wii's Virtual Console. Bad part about this game. Okay, I have one thing I don't like about this game. Where's Luigi? Luigi was originally in Mario 64, although he was removed for reasons that we don't really know. Why did they remove him? I mean, I guess if you want your Luigi fix, you can play Mario 64 DS and play as Luigi, but that just bothers me to this day. Good aspect about this game. Honestly, how many of you don't love the title screen for Super Mario 64, where you get to basically pick on Mario for as much as you want? It's not really a game amongst itself, but it is a lot of fun to torture the plumber. At least, I enjoyed it. Or how about the clock level, where you actually can freeze it in time, kind of like Chrono Trigger, and you can go through and replay the level frozen in time. That's just very cool, and just to be able to see the differences while everything's frozen. Okay, what about the sliding penguin? How many of you do not love the level where you just slide to collect coins and you race this penguin down these icy slopes? That is just so much fun, and I remember it so much. Okay, shredding for red coins. This is a cool level in itself, where you hop on this shell and you collect the red coins while surfing on this green turtle shell. I mean, what a cool thing! Okay, the power-ups. I have to talk about the power-ups. Metal Mario is like invincible. He's like Star Mario, except he's like, you know, metal, and he destroys stuff. Or what about the fact that Miyamoto put the flying wing cap in the lava level to make it much easier to collect the stars? I mean, most people forget that you can actually do that in this level, but it makes playing the lava level much, much easier, and a lot of fun to boot. Or how about the fact that with other power-ups you can combine, like the disappear cap can combine with the metal cap and make Mario both invincible and invisible, and you use it to collect star pieces, you can go through objects. It's just very, very cool. Anyway, this game, one of the best games of all time, gets a 10 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. Look forward to Sunshine Review next week. God bless, gamers, and peace out.
Touch that remote.
Now that you have learned what you have learned.
Excuse me, princess.